This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Highclimber Field on the campus of Shelton High School in Shelton, Washington. Today, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school spring sports with Evergreen Conference Baseball featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the Tumwater Thunderbirds. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Mr. Social, Jerry Apple.
How you doing?
Pretty good, Jerry.
Yeah, it's game time temperature, 65 degrees.
65, all right. Shelton and Tumwater played yesterday with the Thunderbirds beating the Highclimbers 8-3. Shelton now has a 6-7 overall record, 5-3 in the Evergreen Conference. Tumwater is 9-4 on the season, 7-0 in the conference. The T-Birds are currently at the top of the EVCO standings, while the Climbers are in third place. Very significant, that third place, because they need to be third or better in this league to get into the district pigtail, to get into the district tournament. So let's see if the Highclimbers can maintain that third place. Coming up, Jerry has the lineups and batting orders, and of course we have the first pitch. It's Evergreen Conference Baseball, the Tumwater Thunderbirds at the Shelton Highclimbers on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD 3 at 360-426-8255.
With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. And we're back here at Highclimber Field in beautiful Shelton, Washington. And it is a beautiful day. Jerry said it was 65 degrees. Right now, not a cloud in the sky. At least not from our view. Tumwater in Shelton, a little bit of baseball for you on a Wednesday. So Wednesday feels like a Thursday. I don't know why, but it feels like a Thursday to me. But it's a Wednesday. Jerry's got the lineups for you.
Thank you, Diedrich. First, for the visitors, the Tumwater T-Birds, coached by Lyle Overbay. Leading off for the T-Birds will be the left fielder, number 3, Will Bond. Batting second, will be the center fielder, number 14, Luke Overbay. Batting third, the second baseman, number 20, Derek Thompson. Batting cleanup will be the first baseman, number 44, Landon Roy. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 16, Jimmy Woback. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, number 15, Braden Conrad. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 17, Liam Gustafson. Batting eighth will be the catcher, number 13, Wyatt Chase. Batting ninth, the shortstop, Cody Lambert. And pitching tonight for the T-Birds, not in the batting order, will be Luke Hauk. And now your starting lineup for the Shelton Highclimbers under the direction of Coach Trevor Cahoon. Batting leadoff will be the shortstop, number 22, Carl Turnbull. Batting second is our pitcher, number 4, Boston Madison. Batting third, the catcher, number 2, Jax Ward. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 24, Cam Winans. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 7, Jacob Jacoby. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 9, Zane Harding. Batting seventh will be number 1, Daniel Crossan, the left fielder. Batting eighth is the third baseman, number 13, Gunnar Jensen. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 20, Michael Carlson. And that's your starters for the Highclimbers.
Thank you very much, Jerry. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with first pitch between Tumwater and Shelton on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
And we're back here at Highclimber Field. Announcements of the starting lineups are coming up here shortly. All right, they're just going through the lineup again. Jerry, we've already done that. We'll do this national anthem shortly. This is interesting game. The Highclimbers love to get one away from the T-Birds. You know, they could play them 3 times this season. Actually, in the season against Tumwater.
And it sounds like Shelton is playing better. The record's indicating that. They were 2-2, I think, the last time, and now what are they?
They were 5-3. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. Yeah,
and
that's
they
right.
go down to Aberdeen on Friday.
Friday, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this national anthem here shortly. They're still bringing out those starting lineups for the Highclimbers here. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis, especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
And we're back here at Highclimber Field. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple behind the microphones, just behind, just to the right of the home plate, as we usually are. Jerry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to give you a little information on Lyle Overbay.
Okay, go ahead.
The head coach for Tumwater. He played 10 years in pro ball. Played for the Yankees and played for the Toronto Blue Jays. So, and he's a native of Centralia. So, quite a ball player.
Oh, I would say so. He's been a really good coach too, obviously, because his teams have been extremely successful over the years.
Yeah, he has.
All right, back to the game at hand. On the mound for the Highclimbers, number 4, and that is Boston Madison. He last pitched against Centralia on April 16th. It was a 14-0 win. He went 3 innings, gave up only 2 hits, no walks, no runs, struck out 5 in that outing. So it's a pretty good start for him. He's getting the nod today for Shelton.
Sounds like he has pretty good control.
See how he does today. As we're about ready to get underway, as they're doing their warm-ups here. Always have a trouble timing this right, Jerry. Usually like to get right to the ball game, but we don't seem to do that when we're getting into baseball for some reason. Softball, we're always behind. I don't know why that is. But we're ready for this one. The Highclimbers wearing the white unis. And the T-Birds will be with the black jerseys and the gray pants. Of course, the green numbers and letters.
Well, there's a lot of factors that lead up to the ball game.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to calculate exactly when you want to come on.
Well,
but
you know, I try.
I think you do your best and you do it well.
We try. I just would love to be a little less of me and you yapping and more about the ball game.
No, come on. I love to talk.
Well, we know that. All right, let's get to the ball game, Jerry.
Okay.
Our first batter's coming up.
Yeah, the leadoff batter for the Tumwater T-Birds is number 3, the left fielder, Will Bond.
In yesterday's game, he was 0 for 2. He did draw a couple of walks, scored 2 runs. He stole home in the first inning, I believe it was. So he's got some speed. So he'll lead things off against Boston Madison. First pitch, popped up, high, hooking to the foul. Is it going to be out of play? Oh, boy, what a good try by Carl Turnbow in foul territory. Just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
And it drops a foul.
Yeah, Turnbow, Carl plays an excellent shortstop. Good arm, good range.
And you saw how fast he could run from his shortstop position
Yeah.
all the way out in the mid left field in the foul territory. But it's 0-1 to Will Bond. Here's the next pitch from Madison. That's going to hit him, and that'll be a leadoff runner for the T-Birds. So 1 on, nobody out.
And now up is your second hitter, the center fielder, number 14, Luke Overbay.
Yeah, Luke yesterday 0 for 3. He walked and scored a run. Got that written wrong, but that's
yeah. And I've enjoyed watching Luke pitch. Pretty good pitcher.
So Will Bond's over there at first base. Here's the first pitch to Overbay. Hit that outside corner. Good location by Madison for 0-1. So 1 on. No out. Here's the next pitch. Is popped up high. Center left. Getting under it and grabbing it will be Daniel Crossan, and that's out number 1 for Tumwater.
And now up is your third hitter for the Tumwater T-Birds here in the first. It's the second baseman, number 20, Derek Thompson.
And Derek had a pretty decent afternoon yesterday. 2 for 3, a double, and scored a couple of runs. So 1 out, 1 on. Runner goes. Throw to second. And the ball kind of came out of the glove of Turnbow on that hop. Bond is safe at second.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was underneath the tag, too.
So runner in scoring position for the T-Birds with 1 out. And that pitch, what was that pitch, Jerry? I believe it was a strike, but don't they call it a ball? All right. So 1 ball, no strikes to Derek Thompson with Will Bond at second base. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. That's heading to left field. Crossing under it. Grabs it for the out. And Bond heads back to second base. So there's 2 away for Tumwater.
By the way, give Will Bond a steal on that.
Previous.
Previous. Now up is your cleanup hitter, the first baseman, number 44, Landon Roy.
I have no information on Mr. Roy today from yesterday. He did not play yesterday. Here's first pitch to Roy. Outside, ball 1. Again, Will Bond to second base, 2 out. Here's the 1-0 from Boston Madison to Roy. Takes it outside.
We've been impressed with Jax Ward also on defense. Does a good job back there as a battery mate for Boston Madison.
Only time he's not behind home plate is when he pitches, Jerry. Here's the next pitch on the way. It's going to be a chopper foul into the third base dugout. That's strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Landon Roy. Again, Will Bond over at second base. He'll take his lead out there, 2 out. We're in the top of the first. No score as of yet. Boston Madison on the mound for the Highclimbers. Looks back at second. Goes the pitch to the plate. Swinging a ground ball. Hopper right over there to Turnbow. He'll glove it, throw it over to first. Got it over at Winans at first, and that'll do it for the T-Birds in there. Well, in the top of the first, we head to the bottom of the frame. No score. Shelton coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
And we head to the bottom of the first inning, and no score. Shelton coming up.
And leading off for the Highclimbers here in the bottom of the first is number 22, the shortstop, Carl Turnbull.
Oh, let's see here. Carl. Where is he on my sheet? I can't find him there. He's 0 for 3 yesterday. Didn't have a very good game at bat. Let's talk a little bit about the pitcher for the T-Birds, Luke Houck. He did play against. He pitched against Aberdeen on in an 11-8 win over the Bobcats on April 16th. Went 4 innings, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 7 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. That's the pitching line on Luke Houck on the mound for the T-Birds, facing the leadoff batter in Carl Turnbow. Wyatt Chase, his battery mate, behind home plate. Adjusts his glasses. And he'll settle in. You know what, Jerry? They've got a little intercom system going on there. Swing and a foul off for the first pitch to Turnbow. I only say that because there's a little wire hanging out of his ear. I don't think he has a hearing aid. I'm thinking that's a little communication going to get the sign in. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. 0-2 to Carl Turnbow, leading things off for the Highclimbers here in their half of the first inning. No score. Next pitch in there, and that's a strikeout, and Carl Turnbow goes down looking. So 1 away for Shelton.
And now up is your second hitter for the Highclimbers, the pitcher, number 4, Boston Madison.
And Boston was 1 for 4 yesterday. So 1 out, nobody on. Here's first pitch. It's going to be right down the middle of the plate. That just dropped in for strike 1. I was kind of on the same page as Boston Madison. Was not looked like it was a ball. Here's the next pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go? And he did go.
Okay, well.
And that's strike 2. So 0-2 to Boston Madison. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the next pitch from Houck. Outside ball, 1-1-2. Here's the next offering. It's going to be, a strike. He's got a great sinker, Jerry. That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts for Houck, 2 away.
And now up is your third hitter, the catcher, number 2, Jax Ward.
Now, Jax was 1 for 2, hit a double, scored an RBI, or batted in a run and scored a run. Boy, I'm having a hard time reading my notes, Jerry. I don't know why that is. So 2 out, nobody on for Shelton here, bottom of the first. His pitch on the way. That's a ball. I guess you'd call that technically a pass ball, but there's no real worry. There's nobody on for the Highclimbers. 2 out. Ward steps back in. Pitch on the way. A little bit low for ball 2. 2-0 to Ward. Just watching Houck in his pitches, Jerry, he has a very deceptive sinker there. Here's the next one on the way. There's a ground ball, little chopper. It's going to go foul. Ward didn't even leave the box. He knew that was going to be foul. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Jax Ward. 2 out, nobody on for Shelton here, bottom of the first inning. No score between Tumwater and Shelton. Jax Ward, the batter. I'm 2-1. It's 2-1. There's this pop-up. That's going to go off the screen over our camera. So now it's 2-2. I get so confused with that 2 in the at-bat. That's what throws me off, Jerry. It's right before the ball, and then it goes strikes, and that's what throws me off every time.
A lot of 2s out there.
A lot of 2s, however. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a pitch on the way. Just a bit high. It says ball 3. The count goes full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Jax Ward, number 2, steps back in, waits for the next offering from Houck. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And 1, 2, 3 go the Highclimbers. Here in their half of the first, we head to the second. No score. Tumwater coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
And we head to the second inning to play. No score. Tumwater coming up.
Yeah, and leading off for the T-Birds here in the top of the second is number 16, the designated hitter, Jimmy Womack.
And Jimmy was 0 for 3, but did get credit for an RBI because he walked and he scored a run.
All right.
So he'll lead things off. Still waiting for Jax Ward to come out after putting on all that gear that he has to take off and put on every time he goes to bat. And we're no score here today. Evergreen Conference baseball.
Good matchup today between the 2 of the 3 top teams.
Yeah. So Womack will step in, wait for the first pitch from Boston Madison. He'll step in. Wait for the first pitch from Madison. Ooh, strike 1 called. Sure, I thought that was outside. So 0-1 count to Womack. Next pitch, high. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Second inning to play, no score between Shelton and Tumwater. Tumwater at bat. Third pitch is high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Jimmy Womack for Tumwater. Leading things off for the T-Birds. Next pitch on the way. Ooh, high. And that's a 3-1 to Womack. The only wind that you have is a little breeze right around our microphones for some reason. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jimmy Womack. Leadoff batter for Tumwater here in the top of the second. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing and a pop fly headed to left field. Crossing on the run, and he'll get it. 4 out, number 1. So 1 away for Tumwater here.
Yeah, that wind kind of blew it just a little bit to the...
Which is surprising, Jerry, because
it's not blowing that much.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe just hooked.
And now up is your third baseman, number 15, Braden Conrad.
I have no information on Braden's last at-bat. Did not go deep in the lineup. But 1 out. Here's first pitch to Conrad. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So 1 out. And Conrad waits for the next pitch. It's going to be inside for ball one. 1-1 to count. 1 out, nobody on for Tumwater here. Top of the second inning. No score. Here's the next pitch on the way. Still a bit high and inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be a foul off into the bat, and the count is even at 2-2. Braden Conrad playing third base today. Waits for the 2-2 pitch from Boston. Madison to be outside, and that's full count. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way, and it's going to be a 1-out walk as Conrad sprints over to first base. So 1 on and 1 out.
And now up is your right fielder, number 17, Liam Gustafson.
And Gustafson, I don't have any information on him either.
Wow, okay.
I'm sure he's played a lot. I just didn't go beyond yesterday's game for the at-bats. Here's a swing and a miss by Gustafson for strike 1. You know, I don't have a whole lot of time to do everything, Jerry.
Oh, you keep busy with your meetings and keeping that website going. And wow.
Here's the next pitch on the way, and a fly ball center field, deep center field. Out there to get it. It's going to be Michael Carlson for out number 2.
And now up is your catcher, number 13, Wyatt Chase.
And Wyatt, 0 for 1, but did draw a walk yesterday. I didn't need information on Wyatt Chase. Here's first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Throw to first. And runner gets back safely. That's Conrad.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Jack Sword back there behind the plate for the Highclimbers.
So 1-1 the count. 1 on, 2 out. Outside, but ball gets away. Conrad's going to motor over to second base. Ward got to the ball, but not before Conrad Conrad made it over to second base. So runner in scoring position in a scoreless game so far. Top of the second inning, 2 out for Tumwater. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called. Sorry, I'm behind on my counts. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Wyatt Chase. Pitch on the way, swing and a ground ball. It's going to go foul. Nice play out there by Overbay. One hands it there, Jerry. That's pretty impressive.
yeah, he played first base when he was playing pro.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Runner at second base in Braden Conrad. He's got a big lead over there, Jerry. Here's a pitch on the way. Oh, dropped in there just a bit outside, so it's now 2-2. Wyatt Chase waits for the 2-2 offering. 2 out, 1 on. Boston Madison looks back at second base. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swing and a ground ball. That goes foul. Again, over towards the dugout on the third base side. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, 1 on. Conrad at second base for Tumwater. We're in the top of this second inning. Pitch on the way. Outside, and that's just missed the spot. So the count is full at 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And the runner is going to be going here.
Pitch on the way, and that's going to be a pass ball. Conrad's going to make his way over to his third base, and chases on first. And then the bad throw over to Oh, they got him. Bad throw over to third. Runner comes in, but the runner also went, and they got Chase at second. And that'll end the inning, Jerry. No score. Is that right? I don't think they did come in before.
He did come in before,
okay.
So it should be a run.
The home plate umpire says it is 1. So the T-Birds are up 1-0. We head to the bottom of the frame.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, I heard it. I saw him put it in as 1. So because he got in before the out was recorded at second.
Exactly.
So that should be a 1-0 ball game. We'll be right back. We'll straighten it all out.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works. And it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
So we're back here, heading to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. Tumwater on top, Jerry.
Yeah, Tumwater had 1 run. There was 2 walks given up by the Highclimbers, and the run scored before the runner Wyatt Chase was
thrown out
at second.
Yeah. So that makes it a 1-0 ball game.
And now up is your cleanup hitter for the Highclimbers, the first baseman, number 24, Cam Winans.
And Cam was 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday. Waits for the first pitch from Hauk. Here it comes. Outside, ball 1. Cam will step back in. Wait for the next pitch on the way. Strike. Thought about swinging to that one. He did not. And it is 1-1.
Yeah, neither team has a hit so far.
Just a 1 run. Here's the 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss for strike 2. That was nice pitch, Jerry.
Well, he's had good control. He's got 3 strikeouts already.
Yeah. Here's a 1-2 pitch. It's going to be high and outside. Ball 2. Count is even at 2-2 for Cam Winans, leading things off for the Highclimbers here in the bottom of the second inning, trailing 1-0. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And that will be that for Cam Winans, and 1 down.
And now up is number 7, the right fielder, Jacob Jacoby.
Jacob 0 for 3 yesterday. Here's the first pitch from Luke Hauk. Check swing. You're going to call that a ball, Jerry.
I kind of like when they play back-to-back games.
Well, it's been a battle for just to get that, so you don't face the same guy every time. That ball 2 in there.
Yeah,
that's the
good.
reasoning about it. But the 3 games, they do spread them out. It's because Rochester's now 1A school, so they're not playing in this league. Pitch on the way, and a ground ball right up to second base. Thompson gloves it there, throws over to first, and Roy records out number 2. So 2 down.
And now up is number 9, the second baseman for the Highclimbers, Zane Harding.
That's Zane with an E, if you're wondering. He was 1 for 3 yesterday. I just like to joke, Jerry. Zane with an E at the end. Here's first pitch to Harding. He'll hit a little chopper back to the glove of Hauk. Hauk picks it up, throws it over to first base, and that is that for the Climbers. 1, 2, 3, they go again. And we head to the third inning, 1-0 Tumwater on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and the Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
And we head to the third inning of play, 1-0 Tumwater with the lead, and the T-Birds are coming up to bat.
Yeah, and leading off for the T-Birds will be number 9, the shortstop, Cody Lambert.
And Cody was 1 for 2, walked once, scored a run. It's kind of a theme for that game. So the first pitch to Lambert from Boston Madison. It's going to be low and ball 1. Here's the next offering. Ground ball. That's going to be gloved by Turnbow. It's shortstop. Throw to first. Winans got him. Just beat the throw. Just beat out the runner. This is 1 out.
That was a nice stretch, too, by Cam Winans there to help get that out. And now up is your leadoff hitter, and this is Will Bond. Will Bond was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and then stole second base, but was left stranded there.
Swings and he hits one to center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Bond will round first and hold up there as Carlson had it in pretty quickly.
And that's the first hit for the T-Birds. And now up is your second hitter in the lineup, the center fielder, number 14, Luke Overbay. He flew out to left field back in the first.
So 1 out, 1 on. Runner at first base is Will Bond. Swing and a fly ball. That's headed in. It's going to drop in for a base hit in the left field into the corner. Here comes Bond around third. He's going to come in. He's scoring, Jerry. The throw was towards second, and it's 2-0. T-Birds. And that's an RBI double, isn't it, Jerry?
Yes, it is. Second run for the T-Birds. And that was a sharp hit. There was no way that Daniel Crossman was going to get to that.
He tried, but he just
He did try.
It dropped just fast there. About midway between the the turf and the fence, right along the baseline.
And now up is Derek Thompson, number 20, the second baseman. He flew out to the left fielder back in the first.
Takes ball 1. You know what? I think I'm going to take this one down, Jerry. It's too distracting. Overbay's on second base. There's the next pitch on the way. It's going to be low and inside for ball 2. 2-0. 1 out, 1 in, 1 on.
Yeah, 2 hits in a row for the T-Birds.
Next pitch, also a ball, low and away. So 3 balls, no strikes to the batter in Derek Thompson. Getting Overbay at second base, takes a lead there. Here's the pitch on the way. Runner goes. That did kind of bounce in and hit the batter in Thompson, so head to first base, and Overbay had a good jump on that pitch, Jerry, but he has to go
he
back.
sure did.
He has to go
There's
back.
no way even Jax couldn't have thrown him out.
So there's runners at first and second for the T-Birds.
Oh, they're going to have him go to third. Because he was already...
No, I don't think he will, Jerry. They sent him back because of the hit.
Well, he went...
He's meeting with his coach because of the meeting at the mound.
Okay,
That's what you're saying. So still runners at first and a second.
You are correct.
1 in, 1 out.
And now up is your cleanup hitter for the Tumwater T-Birds, number 44, the first baseman, Landon Roy. And he is 0 for 1. Grounded out to the shortstop back in the first.
So runners at first and second for the T-Birds. Pitch on the way, and he crushes it high. Fly ball, shallow left field, crossing, taking, just can't, oh, he dropped it. He couldn't get it, he lost it in the sun. So runners are going to head to all the bases, and the throw was into third, but it was real late. So the bases are now loaded.
Yeah. That's unfortunate because of the sun. I don't know if he's wearing sunglasses out there or not.
I don't know if that's going to help.
Yeah, because
I mean,
and it was high.
It was really high. He crushed that one high, and it was pretty shallow. But
yeah, I'm going to have to give an error.
Yeah, bases are loaded.
And now up is Jimmy Womack, the designated hitter, number 16. He flew out first time.
He smacks one to right field, drops in, and at least 2 are going to come in to score. That's up there against the fence. There's 1 run. There's 2 runs, and they're going to hold him up, and there's another double, Jerry. That's a 2-run double, I should say. So it's 4-0 with 1 out.
Yeah, give Jimmy Womack the 2 RBIs there.
So the T-Birds have still 2 runners in scoring position.
And now up is Braden Conrad, the third baseman, and he walked back into second and scored the first run for the T-Birds.
Here's first pitch to him. It's outside for ball 1.
And the T-Birds have already had 3 hits in this inning, 2 of those being doubles.
So you got Womack at second, Roy at third. Here's pitch on the way. It's going to be inside for ball 2. So 2-0.
And only 1 out.
To Conrad, I have to chuckle here. They spelled Conrad wrong on this Game Changer app.
Okay.
Oh, he fixed it. Okay. It was just spelled wrong. It was funny. He had a G in there somehow. So Ward's going to go out to Boston Madison for a little chat.
Yeah.
3 runs are in, 1 are out, 2 are on. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Braden Conrad. Or it might have just been the junk on my screen for all I know. I swear there was a G in there for some reason. So here's the pitch. Strike. That one dropped in for a strike. A little chat between Boston Madison and Jax Ward helped him out.
Sure.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on, 3 in for the T-Birds. They're leading 4-0 here. We're in the top of the third. There's a swing and a miss. So 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on, 3 in. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing and a pop fly center field. It's going to drop in for another base hit. Tagging up, coming in is going to be Roy. Rounding third and heading is Womack. Throw home. Womack is safe, and there's another double, Jerry.
Yeah, 2 more RBIs. And Landon Roy scores, and so does Jimmy Womack.
So that makes it 6-0 with 1 out and 1 on.
And now up is the 8th hitter this inning for the T-Birds, and this is the right fielder, number 17, Liam Gustafson, and he flew out to the center fielder.
It's another meeting at the mound for the Highclimbers. Are they chasing here Madison early or not? We're in the top of the third, 6-0 ball game. It's not Trevor Cahoon. Usually when the head guy comes out, you know your time is done, but they're just discussing things, and Trevor's kind of out on the grass there, out of the dugout.
And they're looking. Yeah, looks like they're going to.
Yeah, I guess there was some activity in the bullpen I didn't notice out there. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll see who's going to come in. I can't tell, Jerry.
Well,
we'll find out here momentarily. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Yeah, I couldn't see who was warming up.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Well, Kingston Cahoon comes in, take over on the mound. Go ahead, Jerry. You had something to say?
Well, I was just going to ask you if he's pitched very much.
I know he's come in a couple of games. I just don't have the numbers in front of me. Usually, I mean, I think he did do some JV. I think he started in a JV game about a month ago.
Okay.
And did pretty well. But again, I don't have the numbers. So 5 runs are in here in the inning, and it's 6-0. Tumwater on top, chasing Boston Madison here in the top of the third. And it looks like, who is that, Peyton Davis coming up here? Or no?
Yeah, it looks like we've got.
Number 2 is also one of the guys on deck. And if it's Peyton Davis, he was 0 for 2 in a walk yesterday. He did play yesterday. She got 1 on, 1 out, 5 in for the T-Birds. And the top of the third. Braden Conrad is at second base. Still says Liam Gustafson on this, but I don't see. It's the batter. It's still number 2, Jerry Peyton Davis.
Yeah, so he's going to be batting for Gustafson, looks like.
It looks like. So I'm going to assume he's going to go over there to right field in the next half inning. I'm only assuming. But you know how, why, never mind. Here's the first pitch to him from Cahoon. It's low for ball 1.
And this is the 8th hitter for Tumwater here in the top of the third.
So Cahoon, the left-hander. Next pitch is high for ball 2, so 2-0 to count to Peyton Davis. Again, 1 out, 1 on, 5 in for the T-Birds here in the top of the third. 6-0 ball game. Here's the pitch from Cahoon. Runner goes, throw to third. Did they get him?
Nope.
They did not.
He got in there before the tag.
The tag came over. The throw was on target, but the tag just a little off. So runner at third base now. Pitch on the way and a swing and a smack to left field. That's going. It's a gone. It's a 2-run home run for Peyton Davis. That makes it 8-0. Peyton Davis just crushed that ball, Jerry.
He sure did.
Wow.
Probably about 350 feet.
Yeah, it's 330 to the fence, and yeah, it was well above that. So that.
And now up is the catcher, number 13, Wyatt Chase, and Wyatt got on by way of a walk back in the second.
Here's first pitch to Chase. He'll bunt it right in front of the plate. Cahoon gloves it, throws it over. It's a little bit late and high. So there's a 1-out single there. Yeah. So 1 on, 1 out. 7 in here in the inning. And this is what Cody Lambert coming up.
Yep. And Cody is the shortstop. And Cody...
runner goes, throw to first way late, and Chase is safe. Did they get him? Nope, they did not. He's safe there at second base. He took off just as Cahoon was about to throw. He threw to first, but Chase had already taken off. So runner in scoring position. And Wyatt Chase. Here's the first pitch to the plate, and swing and a fly ball. That's going out of play over the clubhouse in the first base line.
Yeah, and this is the second time that Cody's been up this inning. He grounded out to the shortstop at the top of the inning.
And he recorded the only out.
Yes, that is correct.
Step off by Cahoon as Wyatt Chase gets back to second base. Chase didn't take much of a lead that time. 4 steps right now, Jerry. Here's the pitch to the plate. It's going to be low and ball. Runner goes, throw to third, right into the tag. They got him.
Yeah. Nice
right
throw. Yeah.
So that's going to be the second out in the inning for the T-Birds. And the bases are empty. 2 out, nobody on, 7 in an 8-0 ball game. Here's a pitch to the plate. Check swing.
And that was a nice throw by Jax Ward. He threw to just to the left of the third baseman to make it easier to tag him.
So the count, by the way, is 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. It's going to be outside for 3 balls and 1 strike. In an 8-0 ball game, top of the 3rd inning, T-Birds have opened this thing up with 7 runs in this half inning, Jerry. And there's now 2 out. Cahoon with the kick and the throw. It's going to be a walk. So the T-Birds have yet another base runner in this inning.
Yeah, and this is the second time for Will Bond to be up. He's the left fielder, number 3. He is 1 for 1. Was hit by a pitch in the first inning and got a single and scored the second run here in the top of the 3rd.
Another throw over to first base, and Winans had that drop out of his glove and had to go run and find it. So Bond will wait for the first pitch to him. 2 out, 1 on, 7 in for Tumwater here in the top of the 3rd inning, leading 8-0. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. It's kind of a little drop there. It's going to be gloved right there by Harding. And he kind of got a little collision there, and that's an out. So that will end the inning, but the damage was done. Tumwater, 8-0 on the T-Birds. Shelton coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Well, bottom of the 3rd inning, 8-0 Tumwater.
Yeah, the T-Birds had, of course, 7 runs In the top of the third, they had 6 hits, including the home run and several doubles.
So a little change in the outfield as Overbay moves over to right field. And let's see here, Peyton Davis is in center. But it looks like everything else is the same.
And leading off for the Highclimbers here in the bottom of the third is the left fielder, number 1, Daniel Crossan. And this is his first time up to bat today.
Yeah, yesterday he was 0 for 2, drew a walk, scored a run. First pitch in there for ball 1. Yeah, Jerry handles the current, I handle the past. How's that work? Next pitch and a fly ball. That one is into the tennis courts. So 1-1 the count to Daniel Crossan. Gotta wait for it to hit the court there, Jerry, to make sure. So there's 1-1. Ooh, did not hit that location, just a bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, it was close.
Might have been a bit high, but it looked like a good pitch to me. What do I know? Pitch on the way. There, it got it. Strike 2 called. Houck still on the mound.
Yeah, and Houck has had 4 strikeouts already.
Pitch on the way, swing and fly ball. That's headed over there to right field on the run. Overbay gets it just like he's playing catch with his dad, right? So 1 out.
And now up is number 13, the third baseman, Gunnar Jensen. And this is his first time up this ball game.
And Gunnar, let's see, he was wearing a different number yesterday. I got to find him on the sheet. He was 0 for 1 yesterday.
Okay.
You know, it drives me nuts when they change numbers on us. Here's a pitch on the way. Little ground ball right back to Houck. He'll take a couple steps towards first, throw to first, and that's out number 2. It's a 2-way for Shelton.
And now up, number 20, Michael Carlson, the center fielder.
And Michael was 0 for 1, drew a walk, scored a run yesterday. And yesterday he was wearing number 11. Go figure that one out. So 2 away for the Highclimbers here. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Boy, he's been hitting that outside corner a lot, hasn't he, Dieter?
Yeah. So 0-1, 2 out, nobody on for the Highclimbers here. Bottom of the third, there's a swing and a foul tip right back into the glove, and that's strike 2. Carlson will step back in. Strike. Oh, boy, did he paint that one, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Right down, right
there.
on the corner,
right on the
low
corner.
in the strike zone.
Yeah, and that'll do it for the Highclimbers here in their half of the third. We head to the fourth. 8-0 Tumwater coming to bat.
Good.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis, especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. You can use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Well, we have yet another new pitcher for the Highclimbers, number 7, Jacob Jacoby, coming in on the mound. I have no information on his last outing as a pitcher, but he's taking over here in the 4th inning.
Now, are the umpires switching rules?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. He's right there, Jerry. Let's see if there's what other changes.
No, I guess they haven't. No, okay.
Let's see here. So Crossan remains in left, Carlson in center. Zane Scott is now in right field. Gunnar Jensen, Turnbow, Harding, Winans, Jacoby and Ward. Everything else is the same. So we got all that.
Okay, well, we're in the top of the fourth here.
8-0, Jerry.
Yeah, Luke Overbay now playing right field. Number 14 is 1 for 2, has an RBI, scored the third run, and has a 1 for 2 and has a double.
Well, it's 8-0, and boy, this music is driving me nuts, I gotta tell you. I always thought that the music in a stadium needs to be, what's the right term I'm looking for? Acceptable for everybody? we're a little closer to the loudspeakers than
I think we
are.
need to have some Rocky music or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
okay.
Back in the 70s?
Oh, I had that before the game. So let's see here. Overbay is going to lead things off for the T-Birds. Face Jacob Jacoby. He finally gets his warm-ups in there. The throw in there to Harding. And here comes Overbay. So it's 8-0, and Overbay is going to take the first pitch outside from Jacoby for ball 1. All right, there we go. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. That's another high hump one. That's there in center left. Crossan gets under it. That time he gloves it, and that records the out. So 1 away.
And now up is number 20, the Derek Thompson. And Derek is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the third.
First pitch to him is a bit outside from Jacoby for ball 1.
And Derek plays second base for Tumwater.
Here's the next pitch on the way. That's going to be ball 2. Nice stop by Ward.
Yep.
Boy, actually, no, it's not Ward. I'm sorry. There was a change. This is Drew Hessler behind home plate, Jerry. I did not notice that. It's a good stop by Hessler. I'm sorry, Helser. Drew Helser. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. That did not show up. I didn't notice that it was change in the catcher as well. So here's the 3-0 from Jacoby, and that'll be a walk. So 1 on, 1 out.
And now up, let's see, is
Landon
44?
Roy. Yeah, Landon Roy.
Yeah, Landon Roy, the first baseman, number 44. He is 0 for 2.
So 1 on, 1 out. Throw over to first, nonchalant throw over the first.
He got on.
Thompson's back safely.
Got on by way of an error back in the third.
So here's the first pitch to the plate, and Thompson gets back as Helser wanted to throw there to first. Let's see, it's 1 ball, no strikes, 1 on, 1 out. 8-0 ball game. First pitch on the to the plate. Gonna be that hit him. Oh boy, just barely got him. So the T-Birds have runners at first and second.
And now up is number 16, the designated hitter, Jimmy Womack. And Jimmy is 1 for 2, had a double back in the third, had 2 RBIs, and also scored a run.
So Thompson's at second base, Roy's at first. Here's first pitch to Womack. And it's in there for a strike called. Strike 1 called. 1 out, 2 on. For Tumwater, they're leading 8-0 here in Shelton this afternoon. I should say evening now. Here's a pitch on the way. Another strike. That was a nice pitch. Jerry just sank in there for strike 2. So 0-2 to Womack. Pitch on the way, and that is going to load the bases. As another hit batter.
And now up, let's see. Who we got? Brady, number 15.
I cannot see the number, Jerry. Number 4.
Number 4. That's why I'm making sure.
That's Charlie Crawford. He's going to come in, and Crawford was 0 for 4. Did get an RBI, and he also scored a run. Don't know how he got on base then if he comes 0 for 4. No walks in there. So Crawford's going to step in. Bases loaded. 1 out. Here's a pitch on the way. Swing, and that one's right above Jerry's head.
Well, there could have been an error. I don't know.
Well, it could have been. It doesn't say that. Maybe I missed the walk part. I don't know. So 0-1 to Crawford. Here's a ground ball right into left field. Turnbow couldn't get to it. There's 1 run that comes in to score, and that was Thompson. The bases remain loaded, and it is a 9-0.
And give an RBI to Charlie Crawford.
There's still only 1 out.
Let's see.
I believe this is going to be Peyton Davis. See a 2 there, Jerry. Is that right?
I think
his first
right.
pitch.
Yes, it is.
And Davis trying to repeat what he did the last time he was up. He gets a strike 1. So 0-1 to Davis with the bases loaded and 1 out, 1 in for Tumwater, leading 9-0. Pitch on the way, it's outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike to Peyton Davis.
Now this is Peyton's second time up.
Yeah. He hit that home run. Am I right, Jerry? Hit a home run in the previous at-bat. Here's a pitch on the way. It's going to be low and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Peyton Davis. Bases are loaded. Got Landon Roy at third, Jimmy Womack at second, and I'm sure it's not Braden Conrad. It was Charlie Crawford. He's at first base. Here's a pitch on the way. It's going to be ball number 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Peyton Davis. 1 out, 1 in, 3 on. Those bases are loaded for Peyton Davis. Think he's going to take this one, Jerry? With a 3-1?
No.
Yes, he did. And there is going to roll walk and another run. So that makes it 10-0 with 1 out. And the bases remain loaded.
And that scored Landon Roy.
Yeah.
And now up is Wyatt Chase. And Wyatt is 1 for 1, has a single, had a walk also back in the second.
Here's the first pitch. He's going to smack one. It's going to drop in. 1 run's going to come in to score. Actually, there's 2 runs right side by side. And there's another double for the T-Birds, and they add 2 more, making it 12-0. And we have runners at second and third.
Who just hit that one?
That was Chase, Wyatt Chase.
Okay, Wyatt Chase, thank you.
And this will bring up number 18, and that is Matthias Rodriguez, Jerry. Number 18 is up.
Okay, thank you.
Another new batter. 4 runs are in here in the inning. It's 12-0, 1 out, 2 on. Runners at second and third, and first pitch in there to Rodriguez is a ball.
First time up for Rodriguez.
Wyatt Chase is at second. Peyton Davis is at third. Pitch on the way, swing and a ground ball. That's going to go foul up the first base line. So 1-1 to count to Rodriguez. Got to tell you, Jerry, the T-Birds have some speed out there. Because I don't know if you noticed, but Charlie Crawford was almost a step behind the first runner came in just a little while ago. And I just saw Davis practically make it home on that little foul ball. That next pitch is in there for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Rodriguez. 1 out, 2 on, 4 in for the T-Birds. They're leading 12-0. We're in the top of the 4th. Runners at second and third for Tumwater. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball. That one's going to be backhanded by Turnbow. Throw to third, but another run comes in as Davis came in to make it 13-0. And the T-Birds have runners at the corners now.
Now up is your leadoff hitter. This is Will Bond, your left fielder, number 3. And he is 1 for 2.
Runner goes. No throw to second. So Rodriguez is in at second base now. So again, the T-Birds have 2 runners in scoring position. And that was a strike. Okay. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Should be strike 2, 0-2 the count. 1 out, 2 on, 5 in now.
Yeah, Wilbon was hit by a pitch and also had a single and scored the second run for the T-Birds.
Jacoby steps off. Again, the T-Birds have Rodriguez at second and Wyatt Chase at third. And Will Bond is the batter. He is 0-2. That pitch was a ball for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 5 in, 2 on. Runners take their lead at second and third. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that will be out number 2. So 2 down for Tumwater here. Top of the 4th.
And now up is number 14, Luke Overbay. And Luke is 1 for 3, had a double and an RBI back in the third.
First pitch to Overbay is outside, ball 1. 2 out, 2 on, 5 in. For Tumwater, they're leading 13-0, top of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way, outside and low. Ball 2, so 2-0 to Overbay. Jacoby has 28 pitches in this inning, Jerry.
Yeah.
His pitch on the way, swing and a fly ball. That is... Everybody's huddling. That ball took forever to come down. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. So that'll be 2 balls and 1 strike now. Boy, Overbay can hit him high, Jerry. I lost that one way up in the sky. I can see how it gets out of your view. So here's the 2-1. Strike 2 called. So 2-2 to Overbay. Again, 2 out, 2 on, 5 in. Runners at second and third. Rodriguez is at second. Chase is at third. And the batter is Overbay. Pitch on the way. It's going to be ball 3.
Yeah, Overbay hugs that home plate.
So the count is full to Overbay. There are 2 outs, but 5 in. 2 on. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the T-Birds here in the top of the 4th, but they do add 5. They lead 13-0.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a down line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a down line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Well, we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, 13-0, Tumwater on top. Jerry?
Yeah, at the top of the fourth, the Tumwater had 5 runs on 3 hits. There was 2 left on base, and there was 2 walks and 2 Tumwater T-Birds that were hit by pitch.
And there were 2 left, right?
Yeah, there was 2 left.
Okay, just want to get it straight in my mind. So leadoff batter for the Highclimbers is Carl Turnbow.
Yeah, and Carl is 0 for 1, struck out back in the first.
Highclimbers unable to get a hit so far today.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work to do. They want to get back in this ball game.
Houck has pitched a very nice game.
Yeah. So what's the line on Mr. Houck so far? Let's see here. 5 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts so far for Houck.
Yeah, first pitch was in there. Was that a strike? I didn't see it. Yes, it was a strike.
And he's had good control, no walks.
Yeah. Next pitch was a ball. So 1-1. Carl Turnbow leading things off for the Highclimbers here. In the bottom of the fourth inning. Next pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff batter for the Highclimbers. Rodriguez is now playing shortstop, Jerry, and that ball was knocked high off the screen above Jerry's head. So 2-2 the count. Here's a pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, and the Turnbow goes down swinging. So 1 away for the Highclimbers.
And now up is Hessler. Let's see.
Helser, yes.
Helser. Number 15, Drew Helser, who is now catching.
Yeah, he's catching. And let's see, do I have anything on Drew? Drew was 0 for 1 yesterday. First pitch to him, that one off the top of the bat. Out of play for strike 1. I don't know if he's just protecting himself on that one or not. So 0-1 to Helser. 1 out. That one's high. Ball 1, 1-1. So let me ask you a question, Jerry.
Yes.
When you do duck down on a pitch, isn't that after the strike zone is already established?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so strike 2.
It doesn't do any good.
Doesn't do any good. That's what I thought. You saw a lot of that in the last fast pitch game that Jerry and I did, where there was a lot of ducking and yeah. So it was 1-2 to Helser as a check swing. And it's going to be a ball, so that's ball 2. So he did not go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for the Highclimbers here. Bottom of the fourth inning, trailing Tumwater 13-0. Here's the next pitch on the way. Fastball. That one is going to be just out of play up against the woodshed out there. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think Drew has started a few games for the Highclimbers.
In different positions.
Yeah.
Here's the kick and the throw. That's going to be ball 3. So the count goes full to Helser.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him catch.
Yeah, me too. So the count is full to Drew Helser. Here's the 3-2. That's going to draw a walk, and the Highclimbers have, is that their first base runner, Jerry?
Let's see. Yes, it is.
Okay. And this brings up Jax Ward.
I'm not sure what position he is playing now.
He's DH, Jerry. He's
is
not
he?
Designated
Okay.
hitter.
He is. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Got it.
Just wondering why the DH and the 2 were on the score sheet.
That's right.
I
That's
was
right.
confused,
I was confused by that. That is correct.
So Jax Ward's now the designated hitter, and he took a ball 1. Drew Helser at first base. 1 out, 1 on. Here's pitch on the way. Just missed that outside corner for ball 2. So 2-0 to Jax Ward. From Luke Hulk, who's pitched quite a game here so far. Only the 1 base runner on. Here's pitch on the way. Strike 2 on an outside corner.
Boy, he has nailed that outside corner.
That was strike 1. I apologize. I was wrong, and I also interrupted Jerry. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Jax Ward. 1 out, 1 on. Helser at first base. Jax Ward, the batter for the Highclimbers, trailing Tumwater 13-0. There's a, oh boy, that's a strike 2 called. Same spot as last time, Jerry. Just a little bit further inside. So it's 2-2 to Jax Ward. Here's pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. And that's going to be out to number 2 for Shelton.
That's a 7th strikeout for Hauk.
So Cam Winans now batting.
Yeah, and he's 0 for 1, Diedrich.
First baseman will step in. 2 out, 1 on. Drew Helser, the only base runner so far for the Highclimbers. He's at first base in this inning. Pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball that's going to go foul. Out of play. So Winans 0-1. Thirteen to nothing, bottom of the 4th. Tumwater with the lead. Shelton at bat. Pitch on the way. Swing, and that was fouled off as well. And Winans is 0-2. 2 out, 1 on. Drew Helser over at first base. Winans steps in. He's pretty close to that home plate.
He sure is, isn't he? Yeah.
He's going to adjust a little bit and give himself just a tad bit more room. Here's the 0-2. Swing, and that was fouled off.
Well, he's making Luke Hauk work.
Should Winans reach Jacob Jacoby? He's on deck, Jerry.
Yep.
Just wondering if he'll come back here in the 5th to pitch. So he struggled in the 4th. But here's the 0-2 to Winans. Grounds it right back to Hauk, the pitcher. He'll take a couple of steps, throw it to first. And that will be that for the Highclimbers in their half of the 4th. We head to the 5th. 13-0, all Tumwater.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis, especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV powered by HCC is being made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD 3 at 360-426-8255.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
So we head to the fifth inning, 13-0. Team Birds coming up to bat. They're on top, and the new pitcher for the Highclimbers is Cam Winans, Jerry.
Yeah, he'll be the third pitcher for the Highclimbers. Boston went 2 innings, and so did Kingston Cahoon went a couple innings.
And Jacoby is now playing first base.
Okay.
Just
and leading off for the Tumwater T-Birds will be number 20. Definitely checking on this because of all the extra
changes.
players.
Yeah, it's Derek Thompson, Jerry.
And he is, Derek Thompson is the second baseman, and he has scored a run. He's been hit by a pitch. And he's also, he's scored 2 runs, and also he's 0 for 1. Flew out to the left fielder back in the first.
First
and
pitch
has a walk too.
First pitch was a ball. Next pitch was a swing and a miss and strike 1. So 1-1 is the count to Thompson. Leading things off here for the T-Birds. Top of the 5th, they're on top, 13-0. Here's a pitch on the way from Winans. It's going to be high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Derek Thompson. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball high. Turnbow goes out into the grass, moves over to center and grabs it, and that's going to be out number 1 for the T-Birds. So 1 down.
And let's see.
Should be 44, Jerry.
Yeah, checking to make sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Landon Roy.
Yep, and Landon is 0 for 2, scored twice.
Oh, he smacked the first pitch. It's going to get over into left field up near the fence and cross and came over in a flash to get that, and that's out to number 2.
Nice catch by Daniel Crossum.
So 2 down for the T-Birds here. And here's number 7, Jerry. And number 7 is Caleb Peterson.
Okay, and this will be his first time up.
I have no information on Caleb.
Okay.
Not from yesterday. But either way, 2 out. Nobody on, and 13-0 ball game. Pitch on the way. Oh boy, that was call that one a little bit of a wild pitch.
Yeah.
A little bit high.
Just probably slipped right out of his
I
hand,
think it did.
too.
It had some velocity on it. So 1 ball, no strikes to Peterson. Pitch on the way. Swing in that one. I think that was supposed to be a check swing, Jerry, but the little contact, that's a foul ball. So 1-1. Charlie Crawford on deck should the runner reach, and that's going to be ball 2 to Peterson. Sorry, I'm just a little out of sync here. I think I'll have to sit back down. 13-0 is our score, top of the 5th inning. 2 out, pitch on the way, and it's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike to Peterson. Cam Winans on the mound for the Highclimbers. 3rd pitcher used by Shelton. There is a strike 2 called. Peterson thought that was a ball. Tossed his bat. He just kind of has a little grin on his face.
Yeah.
Walking back to the batter's box. So the count is full, 2 out, nobody on for the T-Birds. Here's the pitch on the way. Peterson takes it, and there's your walk, young man. So there's a base runner for the T-Birds. So 1 on, 2 out for Tumwater. Top of the 5th inning, leading 13-0.
And now up is Charlie Crawford, who's 1 for 1 at a single.
And he'll step in with a runner at first base and Peterson with 2 out. Pitch on the way, low, went away for ball 1.
So far, Tumwater has had 9 hits.
Here's the next pitch on the way. It's going to be a pass ball, so Peterson's going to trot over to second base. So runner in scoring position for the T-Birds with Peterson. Caleb Peterson at second. Charlie Crawford's the batter. He has the 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Pitch on the way. That's going to be ball number 3. Not sure what Cam Winan is doing out there. He's just struggling right now. $13-0 is their score. Here's pitch on the way. And there's another walk. So runners at first and second for the T-Birds. 2 out.
And now up is Peyton Davis.
Moving him around in the lineup, aren't they, Jerry? Davis. So 2 on, 2 out. First pitch to Davis. Hit that outside corner for strike 1.
And he had a home run.
Yeah. 2 RBIs.
Yes.
It's a 2-run home run. Here's next pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second for the Tumwater T-Birds. Peterson at second, Crawford at first. Pitch on the way. Pitch in there for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Peyton Davis. Here's the next pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3, so 3-1 to Peyton Davis. Cam Winan's on the mound for Shelton. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch on the way. That's going to be high. And that loads the bases. Still 2 out in the inning. And here's number 23, Jerry. That is Caden Contreras.
Yep.
So bases are loaded and 2 out for Contreras. First pitch is a check swing, and it's strike 1. Contreras didn't want to go at that one. He knew it. So 0-1. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. 0-2 to Contreras. 2 out, 3 on. 13-0. Tumwater in control. Here's pitch on the way. That's going to be ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Caden Contreras. Again, the bases are loaded. Peterson is at third. Crawford's at second. There's a ground ball chopper. Jacoby covers it, try to beat him out. He's going to tag him out. They just got to it. Winan's got over there to cover, but Jacoby decides to tag the runner out, and that will do it for the T-Birds. They leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 13-0. Tumwater on top. Shelton coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and the Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. You can use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything.
So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 13-0 Tumwater on top. And Highclimbers coming up to bat. Jacob Jacoby leading things off.
Yeah, and Jacob is 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman back in the 2nd inning.
And he is playing first base right now.
Mm-hmm.
He'll lead things off. Highclimbers need some base runners to push this into the 6th inning. The 10-run rule is in effect right now.
Yeah, they're going to need 4 runs to get it into the 6th.
That's true, but got to start with the first batter on base. First pitch to Jacoby, in there for a strike. Houck still throwing a little bit of heat, although that was a kind of a changeup. And let's see, what is he at? Jerry, he's at 53 pitches.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a swing and a foul out of play.
He's had such good control.
Yeah. It's only been 1 base runner for the Highclimbers today.
Yeah, on a walk, yeah.
So Jacoby steps back in with an 0-2 count, leading things off for the Highclimbers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, just a bit low and away. That's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jacob Jacoby. Again, the leadoff batter for the Climbers here. Here's the pitch on the way. There's strike 3 called, and that's out number 1 for Shelton here in the 5th.
And that's the 8th strikeout for Luke Houck.
Here's Zane Hardy, Jerry?
Yeah, now it's
Zane.
Who's?
Zane Hardy.
Okay.
Number 9.
Number 9, and he's 0 for 1. Grounded out to the pitcher.
And he takes ball 1.
I'm definitely checking the numbers now.
Yeah. Gonna throw some different kids out there.
That's good.
And Daniel Crossan's on deck. So Zane Harding is the batter right now. Takes ball 2. So 2-0. 1 out, nobody on for the Highclimbers here. Bottom of the 5th inning. 13-0 Tumwater on top. Shelton at bat. Here's the 2-0. There's a ground ball. It's going to be scooped up there by the second baseman. Throw over to first, and Roy records out number 2. So 2 down.
Yeah. And Daniel's done a nice job out there in left field. He flew out in the 3rd inning to the right fielder.
So 2 down, nobody on for the Highclimbers. Here's the pitch on the way. Check swing, did he go?
Yep, looks like he did. Yeah, he called him a strike.
Strike 1 called on that check swing for Daniel Crossan. Here's next offering. Swing and a miss by Crossan. 0-2. 2 out, nobody on for Shelton here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Again, Tumwater on top. There's a ground ball right by Houck, scooped up there by the shortstop. Throw to first, and that'll do it. Out number 3.
A no-hitter.
So we will take a short break. We'll be back with some totals. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Final score, 13-0 Tumwater.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis, especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Well, it's a final here in Shelton. The Shelton Highclimbers fall to the Tumwater T-Birds 13-0, Jerry.
Yeah, and here's the some statistics. For Tumwater, excuse me, they had 13 runs on 9 hits. Luke Houck had 8 strikeouts. Also what hurt Shelton was they gave up 6 walks and 2 hit batters. That hurt. As far as errors, neither team.
Yeah.
That was an errorless game, which was good.
Error-free. I think the better way to say it was error-free.
Does that sound good?
Yeah,
that sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds better. Now, Will Bond had 1 for 3. Luke Overbay was 1 for 4, had a double. Derek Thompson didn't have a hit. Landon Roy didn't have any hits, but did get on base a couple times.
Well,
Jimmy,
officially, they say Landon got a hit. 1 for 3.
They got him for 1 for 3?
1 for 3, yeah. It's all right, Jerry.
No,
that's
that's
interpretation
okay.
there.
Now, if that's the case, then they have 10 hits.
Yeah, that's the
Is that what they have?
more official line there, not necessarily the official line, but the more official line. Go ahead.
Jimmy Womack was 1 for 3, had a double, 2 RBIs. Braden Conrad was 1 for 2, had a double, 2 RBIs. Liam Gustafson didn't have a hit. Wyatt Chase was 2 for 2. He had a single and a double and had a walk. Let's see. Peyton Davis was 1 for 1. Charlie Crawford was 1 for 1. And I do want to mention Peyton Davis had a home run and 2 RBIs.
Well, they're crediting him for 3 RBIs, Jerry.
Okay, let's see.
So, did he walk once and push one in?
He was walked twice.
Okay, so he did push one in, I guess. All right. Either way.
And Charlie Crawford was 1 for 1. Rodriguez was 1 for 1. And so I'm going to change my totals there. 13 runs on 10 hits. And Houck had 8 strikeouts and only 1 walk. And he faced 16 hitters. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's
and
just a walk away from perfect, isn't it?
A perfect game.
Almost just a walk away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they give him a perfect game for 5 innings?
Huh?
Did they give him a perfect game for 5 innings if he were to go the distance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they would have.
Just wondering.
Now, Shelton had 4 pitchers. They had,
Yeah, 4 pitchers. I'm just going to get to it. Boston Madison, Kingston Cahoon, Jacob Jacoby, and Cam Winans.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Madison was a starter, lasted an inning and a third, 7 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Cahoon, 2/3 of an inning, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 1 walk. Jacoby, 1 inning, 5 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and Cam Winans, 3 walks, but didn't manage to get out of the inning.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Well, it's too bad they didn't pull out a victory tonight. They're still, what are they, 5-4 now in the league?
Yeah, 5-4. Let's see here. Next up for the Highclimbers, they travel to Aberdeen on Friday. The T-Birds also play Friday at Black Hills. Our next broadcast is Friday when the Shelton Fast Pitch softball team hosts Aberdeen. First pitch is 4:30. Jerry?
And that should be a fun game.
Yeah, it should be.
Especially Aberdeen has a pitcher that can throw pretty fast. We'll see if she's the one that is going to pitch.
Likely will be, but you never know. I did hear something about somebody being injured, but I don't know if that was somebody talking Aberdeen or not. I don't really remember.
Yeah, but she throws up to 67 miles an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have nothing else, Jerry?
I don't, Diedrich.
Okay.
Beautiful night for a game. Didn't have to put any layers on.
Oh, I did bring one. I was prepared. Either way, that'll do it for us here at Highclimber Field. My thanks, Jerry Apple, for his help with today's broadcast. Final score again, Tumwater 13, Shelton nothing. We will talk to you Friday. You've been watching high school sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.